Lord, that Brittany Renner girl got the devil in her. She's just nasty. Just nasty.
Now available in paperback and Kindle Unlimited. Isis, All That Glitters. The goddess next door takes on a bikini-clad bank robber in this action-packed, all-new Isis series adventure. Get Isis, All That Glitters in paperback and Kindle Unlimited today.
Better get the coleslaw, y'all, cause we're having us a barbecue. Brittany Renner made an appearance on the Danza project where she participated in some disturbing and erratic behavior after being asked about her baby daddy, PJ Washington, getting a new NBA contract.
Need to be wet. You know, moist is one thing, but wet is just another.
No.
It ain't what we shooting for. Yeah, that.
You hear what?
Isn't that Miss Ma'am?
No?
No,
come on, please. Come on, man, please.
No?
Come on, man, please.
I need you to be kind and respectful to my guests.
Oh, boy, come on, man, please.
Oh, where that pig poker at, man? Go ahead and get the pig poker out. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I did nothing for that. Oh, that's wait a minute, Miss Renner.
All right, chill. There's a lot of equipment in here. Why'd you get water poured on you?
We sauced up.
What I miss?
For behaving. That's for to be.
All right. Landon, the stream is now for fucking private. Put it private. What did you do to get water poured on you?
I was just being myself, player.
Okay.
His fucking self. Oh.
Ma'am, I did nothing but bless you. I called you nothing but ma'am and Miss Renner.
All right.
This bitch Brittany Renner off of.
You are who you are. You have the luxury.
And we're going to try to do this. We're going to try to. Ladies and gentlemen, we in Miami right now. I need some music, baby. Can I get some motherfucking.
Shut the fuck up!
Oh, shit.
Shut the fuck up when I'm talking.
That's peripheral.
Shut up.
That's peripheral.
Seriously, shut the fuck up when I'm talking. Because if you ever felt real love to where you have a motherfucking second-degree tear, hello?
Wait. He didn't mean it.
Hello?
He didn't mean it.
Shit.
Hello? You don't know what it's fucking like.
Oh, shit.
I'm sorry. I meant to hit this nigga.
Wrong guy.
Let me tell you something.
Wrong guy,
Shut the fuck up. This right here is about to go. Let me tell you something.
We good.
Shut up
We good,
when
we
I'm
good.
fucking talking.
No, seriously, yo, come on.
Yo, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hit you. I meant to hit that nigga. Because you sitting over here laughing.
All right, chill. Relax.
I ain't chilling.
Relax.
Because at the end of the day, it ain't your pussy. Hey, listen. I hear you.
Nah, that ain't cool, lady, for real. I'm not part of this.
Hey, listen. That's fine. But guess what? You protecting him is what it is. Is it not? Is it not? Is it not?
She hit the wrong nigga,
Hey,
champ.
don't be sitting over there laughing.
I'm not here to
Let me tell you, I ain't talking to you. I ain't talking to him right here. I ain't talking about. Then bat me in my
champ.
shit. Then
Champ, she cool,
bat
champ.
me in my shit.
Apologies, champ.
Bat me in my shit.
I don't hit women, yo.
All right, then shut the
Shannon
fuck
Briggs
up.
right here. Tripping.
Had a second-degree tear. Do you know what that means?
You just taught us.
Ripped.
What is it? Thank you, Charleston.
Ripped open.
Ripped.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, boy had a head like his daddy.
Ma'am.
Yeah, boy had a head like his daddy.
All right.
Hold on.
So, a ripped fucking vagina. Hold on.
Say it again. For the people in the back.
Let me tell you something. 50 pounds. Do you hear what I'm saying?
That boy born 50 pounds?
No, you gained.
I gained 50 pounds.
Oh, shit.
Charleston, 50 pounds. That's just somebody, I'm just whatever. It's about money. Let me tell you something. I can't be bought.
Hello.
That's what all these people in the chat can't seem to understand. They think I can be bought. They think that it's just about money. It's just whatever. It's the highest bidder. I believe in true love.
Hello.
I heard her say that. But you
I
know,
said
we
it
be
100 fucking times.
Hey, listen.
Hello?
Hey, listen now, listen.
Listen to what I'm fucking saying. Shut the fuck up when a real bitch is talking.
Okay.
Shut up.
Okay.
Get
Shut
the
the
room.
fuck up.
Take the room.
Here we
Shut
go.
up. Shut the fuck up.
Yes, ma'am. Here we go.
Because I'm a real fucking bitch. You hear what I'm saying?
Talk.
And I care. And I'm a hopeful romantic. But I can't control. At the end of the day, I try to force something that wasn't mine. That wasn't my person. And that's okay. He's sitting over there motherfucking. Shut the fuck up.
Oh shit!
Shut up. Shut the fuck up when I'm talking.
That's peripheral.
Shut up.
That's peripheral.
Seriously, shut the fuck up when I'm talking. Because if you ever felt real love to where you have a motherfucking second degree tear, hello?
Wait. He didn't mean it.
Hello?
He didn't mean it.
Shit.
Hello? You don't know what it's fucking like.
Oh shit!
I'm sorry. I meant to hit this nigga.
Wrong guy.
Let me tell you
Wrong guy,
something.
champ. Wrong guy,
Shut the
champ.
fuck up. This right here is about to go. Let me tell you something.
We good.
Shut up
We good,
when I'm
we good.
fucking talking.
No, seriously, yo, come on. For
Yo, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hit you. I meant to hit that nigga. Because you sitting over here laughing.
Chill. Relax.
I ain't chilling.
Relax.
Because at the end of the day, it ain't your pussy. Hey, listen. I hear you.
Nah, that ain't cool, lady. For real, I'm not part of this.
Hey, listen. That's fine. But guess what? You protecting him is what it is. Is it not?
I'm not protecting
Is it not? Is it not?
See, it's the wrong nigga,
Hey,
champ.
don't be sitting over there laughing.
I'm not here to protect
Let me tell you, I ain't talking to you. I ain't talking to him right here.
you, yo. You disrespect
I ain't talking
me.
about. Then bat me in my
champ.
shit. Then
Champ, she cool.
bat me in my shit.
Apologies, champ.
Bat me in my shit.
I don't hit women, yo.
That all right? Then shut the
Shannon
fuck
Briggs
up.
right here. Trip it out. We're good.
Apologies, champ.
At the end of the day,
lady, for real.
all right, I don't give a fuck you talking about lady. I don't care. At the end of the day, nobody knows what I went through. Nobody knows what I'm going through. So nobody, you, him, whoever the fuck, you don't get to sit here and talk about shit.
My mother, this drunk bitch is playing herself.
Ain't nobody drunk bitch know about nothing.
Family
What's
here.
up?
We family here.
What's up?
We family here.
What's up?
Champ. Nah,
I ain't talking about nothing.
We all right, champ. We
I
all
ain't
right,
talking
champ.
about nothing.
We family.
This is Charleston's people, not mine.
She all right,
It's
champ.
Charleston's
She all right,
people.
champ.
No, we family. We
He
family.
say you all right.
I ain't no fucking security, bitch.
I don't give a fuck what you talking
Come on,
about.
champ.
Bat me in my
Champ.
shit then.
It's all good.
Bat me in my shit then.
Come on.
Then shut the fuck up.
Chill.
Yeah, but
Let's
hit your
relax.
motherfucking buzzer,
Let's
bitch.
relax.
All right, let's reset the room. Let's reset the room.
It is what
guys.
it is.
Let's reset the room.
It
guys.
is what it is.
Everybody cool, guys. Everybody cool.
It is what it is.
We family here, guys.
Hey, shut
All
the
right.
fuck up.
Family here, guys.
You don't like Brittany Renner. Brittany Renner, we fuck with her. Shut
Who's got
the fuck
music
up.
playing? All right. Let's relax. Let's reset the room for a second.
Nah, don't reset shit. The fuck we on?
We on the motherfucking
Charleston,
Danza project, baby.
motherfucking Capricorn in the motherfucking building.
In the builds.
Hey, let me tell you something. I don't care what you talking about, cause I really buy a nigga in here shit. No, this is my touch-up brush.
You good?
Listen, let me tell you something. Don't nobody get tell me shit about shit.
All right.
At the end of the
Jill,
day,
close that.
Charleston,
Yes, ma'am.
this
Yes, ma'am.
the motherfucking real nigga right
Yes,
here.
ma'am.
Right.
And if I didn't understand him,
Yes,
he
ma'am.
understand me, we wouldn't understand each other.
Damn that hand.
So what's up?
I'm just happy.
Yeah, I got a good grip.
Yeah, I see. Shit, you strong. Yeah, shit. I can tell you play
Ma'am.
sports. Yeah, I can tell you play sports.
Ma'am.
Yeah, I did.
I can tell.
Yeah, I did.
Shit.
Ma'am.
You gotta. Hey, what's up? What we
Shout
doing,
out to everybody.
Charleston?
I'm reading
Shout out
all that
everybody
shit on
out
there.
there.
Shit, I done got
I don't
into
give
the
a fuck.
comments. Just shit, I done
Giving
got
these
into
men satisfaction. Shut up, bitch. While real bitches talking.
All right, so let's reset. Get back to what we were talking
What
about.
are we talking about?
We're
Peace, love, health, and wealth.
a grade 2 tear, Charles,
love, health,
PJ, and everything that occurred in
Now, after being asked this question regarding her baby daddy's new NBA contract for $50 million, Brittany Renner did not respond by answering the question. She reacted by participating in some very disturbing, sexually provocative behavior, such as lifting up her leg to show everybody her skid mark jockey thong, then went and got up out of her seat and approached other guest Charleston White and proceeded to participate in a lap dance for the first time. Then, after she inquired about Charleston White being wet, then picked up a bottle of water and then held the bottle as she participated in yet another lap dance on Charleston White's lap, then poured water on Charleston White, which was an assault, and poured water on the other host of the Danza project before a producer stepped in and went to stop Brittany Renner's erratic behavior in order to prevent her from damaging equipment inside of the studio. Now, after Brittany Renner was told to stop participating in her erratic behavior, she got in her seat and then went on a rant about a ripped vagina, and then, as she was going on in that rant, proceeded to then start throwing water bottles across the room. Now, this whole incident was one that was extremely disturbing, but it was one that was really embarrassing for the producers of the Danza project, who thought they were going to get a come up for their podcast. However, this whole incident was one that basically embarrassed the Danza project's producers and just tarnished the reputation of their podcast. And it tarnished the reputation of their podcast because these men did not go out here and vet Brittany Renner. No, they just got caught up in their feelings about having a person who they thought was going to be popular on their podcast, never doing the research to understand who Brittany Renner was before inviting her to their show. Now, Brittany Renner gets a lot of controversy on places like mainstream media for her relationships with NBA players, but that all of that controversy is about her getting into relationships where she sleeps with these NBA players, and that's not something that any podcaster wants to be affiliated with their program if they want to be taken seriously. Now, these guys basically thought, oh, if we bring Brittany Renner on, it will get clicks and views in the short term. However, they didn't see the long-term damage that they'd be doing by inviting Brittany Renner to their podcast, because Brittany Renner is not a celebrity on the rise. No, Brittany Renner is a celebrity in a state of decline, and she's basically a washed-up celebrity who's being briefs in the spin cycle, and she's basically in the washing machine as she's getting ready to fade out as being somebody prominent in the entertainment industry. Now, Brittany Renner, all she had to offer most of these NBA players was what was in the skid mark jockey thong that was on in that dress that she was wearing that was 2 sizes too small. And as she was wearing that leopard print dress, she basically wanted to show everybody her ass because she had nothing to offer anybody in terms of values or character. And that was shown by the episode she participated in when she went out here and basically was lap dancing on Charleston White and twerking on him. She basically was showing everybody the only thing she had to offer was the 55-inch circumference of her backside and had nothing to offer in terms of an intelligent conversation and had nothing to offer in terms of values or character to any man. That's what Brittany Renner presented on the Danza Project show, and when she went on that show, she basically lowered the value of that show's credibility, and she lowered the value of that show's credibility because she basically took that show into the sewer. And that show basically wound up falling into the sewer, primarily due to the weak leadership of the producers of the Danza project, because all the men in that room basically sat around like a group of beta males and submitted to this woman as she was basically disrespecting them on their podcast. She was a guest invited onto their podcast, and instead of these men running their podcast, they allowed Brittany Renner to run roughshod on their program, first by going out here and disrespecting guest Charleston White by participating in that lap dance, and then allowed her to further escalate her behavior into an assault, and also escalated her behavior to the point where she was participating in a profanity-laced tirade that made the entire program virtually unusable for them, for their archives, because if you sit there and listen to the live stream, they say they have to set the live stream to private because of Brittany Renner's just erratic and out of control behavior. And they basically put themselves in a situation that embarrassed their broadcast and damaged their brand. And that's all because these men were not leaders. And because these men were not leaders, they were basically humiliated and emasculated by a hood rat on their podcast, a woman who basically took their podcast straight into the sewer with behavior I have not seen ever since I left Park West High School in 1990, because the way she was behaving was just like the girls I went to class with when I was a part of the SOAR program in 1988 and 1989. The behavior that she was participating in was the same behavior I've seen from loud, out of control, out of pocket girls who have no understanding of showing respect for a person who is in charge of a project, and doesn't understand that when they're out here, when they go to somebody's place, they're supposed to show respect for them, because the way Brittany Renner was dressed and behaving was not something that showed respect to those guests. I mean, here we have a woman coming on to a podcast wearing a dress 2 sizes too small, not wearing her shoes as she's in the room with these men, and she's out here looking to go out here after being asked a critical question, going, instead of answering that question, participating in sexually provocative behavior by exposing her thong, and then further going on to go out here and put her body onto the body of Charleston White, another guest, and going out here and then grinding on this man sexually provocatively, and then escalating that into a physical assault. If Charleston White had been harmed as related to him, the water being poured on him, or in any way, that whole podcast would have been liable. And if she had escalated her assault and harmed somebody by throwing one of those water bottles, that podcast would have been liable for that person's injuries. And again, what I saw there was a textbook example of beta male leadership, because when you're dealing with beta males, many beta males do not take charge of a situation or make an effort to shut it down, because many of these men, they look to submit to female authority figures, and because they see a woman, they go out here and look to give her a pass. But you can't give a woman a pass if your brand and reputation is on the line, because the Danza Project's brand and reputation were completely tarnished by the erratic and out-of-pocket behavior of Brittany Renner, and their efforts not to shut that behavior down further damaged their brand, because any man of character understands that if they're doing a podcast, the people who are on your podcast, your guests, have to show you respect. They have to be professional, and they have to conduct themselves in ways that are respectable to your program. You just cannot go out here and allow people to come on your show to get short-term clicks and views because if you allow the wrong people to come on your podcast, that's going to lead to long-term damage to your brand, because your brand and your reputation are extremely important, and that's connected to your intangibles of manhood, such as your dignity and your self-respect and your self-worth, because how people behave is based on how you allow yourself to be treated, and these guys basically allowed themselves to be disrespected and emasculated, and they all thought it was a joke. But what's serious here is that these men lost all of their credibility, and they lost all of their credibility over a podcast they thought was going to elevate them to get more subs, clicks, and views. Yes, they got that in the long term, but when it comes to the Danza project, this isn't a podcast I think people are going to want to be invited to, because they allowed a low-class woman like Brittany Renner to come on their show and basically run roughshod, instead of running their show and running it to the point where they say, okay, interview is over, we're going to have to ask you to leave because your behavior is out of pocket and embarrassing, and we're not going to have this type of conduct on the show. Now, usually when people are doing shows, they have a pre-show briefing, and this is what I've done with several podcasts, like the Form Voltron podcast I was on a few weeks ago, the Fox Soul show I was on with Tammy Mack, the show that I was on with Mr. Chris. I've done a lot of these shows, and there's a pre-show briefing, and usually you get told what you can say and what you can't say and how you're supposed to behave, and usually it's cleared. But with this show, it shows me that there was really no leadership and no organization, and basically these guys got spellbound as related to what they thought Brittany Renner's celebrity status was, and because they thought Brittany Renner had celebrity status, they thought they could give her a pass for any behavior. But that's not how leaders run things. No, leaders run things by setting boundaries for people. No matter how popular or famous they are, they understand that they are the ones in charge, and they are the ones who set the standard for what's going to go on their platform. It's all about that person showing respect to you, because again, this is a guest to your platform, and a guest to your platform is no different than a guest who comes to your house. It is no different than a guest who comes to your house, because a guest who comes to your home has to show respect to your home. A guest who comes to your platform has to show you that same respect. And these men were not shown any sort of respect by Brittany Renner, because she basically came to their podcast inebriated or on some sort of substance. And again, that was disrespect shown to those men, and those men basically laughed it off instead of saying, no, we're not having this interview today, you can come back when you're sober. No, you're not coming on our platform in this condition, and you're not coming on our podcast to act up on our podcast. No, that's what men of character would do. They would say, we have a standard for how people behave on our platform, and we have a standard for how they are going to behave on our platform. And I would have, again, seen this woman coming in either drunk or high and said, no, we're not going to do this today because you just showed me disrespect by coming here in this condition. And if you come here in this condition, I'm not going to bring you on my show, because if something happens to you on this show, I am responsible for whatever happens here. So I'm going to go out here and put you in an Uber or have your people take you out of here, because you're not going to go out here and damage my image or my reputation by coming into my place of business, and coming into my place of business not in a condition to work. Because that was the other mistake that the Danza Project guys made, is they went out here and don't see their podcast as a business. No, when I go out here and I do live streams or I'm doing YouTube videos, I see it as a business, and I see it as I need to remain professional as the way I carry and conduct myself on these platforms. Now, some people will sit there and say, oh, he's talking like a robot when I go out here. But again, I'm trying to present a professional image. And again, a person who presents a professional image is going to speak clearly, and they're going to speak in a way that lets you know that they are speaking clearly to you, and they're going to go out here and present themselves in a manner where they can be taken seriously. That is the way a professional conducts themselves on a social media platform, because the media you present is a representation of you. And sadly, the guys at the Danza project didn't see how the presentation of Brittany Renner was not a positive presentation of them. And because they couldn't see that this was not a positive presentation of them, these men allowed themselves to be disrespected and emasculated on their platform. And while they're thinking about, oh, we got possibly a viral 100,000 or million views on the Brittany Renner show, the Brittany Renner show basically took this podcast down to the level of the Jerry Springer show and took the reputation of that brand down, because anybody who wants to be a guest on a podcast and be taken seriously, they are not going to want to come to that platform, because that platform has absolutely no credibility at this point. Because when you invite people like your Brittany Renners and your Suki Hanas and many of these other women like a Nicki Minaj, this tarnishes your brand, and it makes it where people don't want to listen to your podcast because you're not saying anything seriously and you're not taking a leadership role. And when you don't take a leadership role, people don't respect you. And this entire podcast, while it again got short-term views, did damage to its brand long-term and did damage to its image with putting Brittany Renner on their show. And as Brittany Renner continues on her state of decline and winds up in bus downtown, what she's done is take a podcast and turn the host into a bunch of clowns. Now, if you want to pick up many of my books on the SJS Direct imprint, like the ISIS series, the Esteem series, the John Haynes series, and the books of the Spinsterella trilogy, you can find all of those books on Amazon.com in paperback and Kindle format. You can also find them on other online booksellers like Smashwords, the iBookstore, Google Play, and Barnes & Noble. And if you'd like to see me be able to make more live streams like that I do every Friday night at 11:15 p.m., or see me be able to make more videos like this, you can send a donation to the Patreon, the PayPal, or the Cash App by clicking the links in the description box. That's all I have to say for this video. You can comment, rate, and subscribe. Now available in paperback and e-readers, ISIS, All About the Goddess. The Goddess Next Door bears all in the art studio to catch a campus stalker in this action-packed ISIS series mystery. Get your copy of ISIS, All About the Goddess in paperback and e-readers at online booksellers everywhere. Support Black-owned and Black-operated digital broadcast media. www.niceradionetwork.com. Nice Radio Network, broadcasting 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.